Cause my homie ain't smiled in 10 years, man.
A lot of wounds are being closed and aided at this point, and the wounds are being nurtured as well and closed up for good, you know. So I think for me, this is my chapter of healing.
Iman Shumpert is struggling to cope with Teyana moving on with actor Aaron Pierre. Since the couple went public, Hollywood's newest pair has been driving Iman crazy, and not in a good way. If you missed the drama surrounding Iman and Teyana's breakup, in 2023, here's a quick recap. It was a mess. Their divorce was a complete disaster. Iman played dirty, attempting to take full custody of their children and even demanding back all the gifts he gave her. To top it off, he was cheating on her with multiple women. So many, in fact, that it became hard to keep track. Now Teyana is thriving and showing off her new relationship with Aaron Pierre, and Iman is clearly bitter. Rumor has it he's trying to get custody of their kids once again, not for the kids' sake, but to hurt her and get back at her. It's all just a big mess.
I don't. Hey, pick y'all baby mama wisely, cause my homie ain't smiled in 10 years, man.
Teyana Taylor filed for divorce in 2023, and at first she tried to keep things dignified, making it seem like they had simply grown apart. But that didn't last long. Once they entered the courtroom, everything exploded. Every shady move imaginable went down, and almost all of it pointed to Iman. He wasted no time turning the tables and portraying Teyana as the villain. His first petty move, asking the court to force Teyana to return every single gift he gave her during their 10-year relationship, including jewelry and even an entire condo he had bought her. Talk about being next-level petty. But demanding his gifts back wasn't enough. Iman took it further and tried to take royalties from Teyana's music, specifically from projects she released before they even got together. Divorce settlements typically focus on what was earned during the marriage, but Iman thought he deserved a share of the money Teyana made long before he was in the picture. It definitely gave off broke vibes. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, Iman went back to court, attempting to lower his child support payments. He was already paying $8,000 a month for their daughters, Rue and Junie, $4,000 per child, which might sound like a lot to some, but for a celebrity, it was pretty low. Yet Iman still had the nerve to ask the judge to lower the amount. Thankfully, Teyana wasn't having it. Her legal team came prepared to fight. They presented receipts showing that Iman, while claiming he was broke, was actually spending much more than $8,000 a month on himself, without batting an eye. Iman had claimed Teyana was making way more money than him, saying she earned $47,118 a month compared to his $88,000, and argued that paying $88,000 in child support was excessive. But Teyana's lawyers were ready for him. They exposed Iman's extravagant spending habits, including spending $10,500 a month just on lunches, and another $119,000 monthly on commuting between South Atlanta and Alpharetta for work. Talk about a luxury commute. It got even more shocking when Teyana alleged that not only had Iman disrespected her with his cheating, especially while she was pregnant, but he also went a step further. She accused him of sending photos of himself, holding their 2-month-old baby to women she suspected he was involved with. Absolutely wild. Iman even had the audacity to claim that Teyana had been unfaithful as well, but she quickly shot that down, refusing to let him twist the truth, especially when everyone already knew about his shady behavior. At this point, Iman's cheating scandals weren't just rumors, they were practically public knowledge, and it seemed like being unfaithful was his second job. The situation spiraled even further when rumors surfaced about Teyana and Iman being involved in a 3-way relationship with another woman. Given Teyana's openness about occasionally bringing someone else into their relationship, this wasn't entirely shocking, but it definitely sparked a lot of conversations.
Even just when everybody heard that, like, me and my husband had threesomes before, it was like, oh, she's willing to do that to keep a man. I'm like,
nah.
That was all me.
The internet, however, took things way too far. People went wild, creating all sorts of crazy theories after Teyana briefly stepped away from social media. Some even speculated that Teyana was upset over the alleged 3-way relationship going. too far, but she wasn't having any of it. She quickly returned to social media and shut down the rumors, writing, "I've never seen or touched that girl in my life." She made it clear that people were way too invested in her personal life and had completely twisted the story. But the cheating rumors just kept coming. At one point, it seemed like Teyana was the side chick in her own marriage, as Iman was entertaining half of Atlanta like it was his full-time job. Then, in 2023, things got even messier when a TikTok user stirred the pot by acting out a dramatic scenario she claimed came from one of Teyana's assistants. The drama seemed endless. Without naming names, the TikToker described a famous singer whose husband was an ex-NBA player and a notorious cheater. According to the viral story, his constant cheating supposedly broke his wife's heart so badly that she ended up in the hospital from sheer heartbreak. It didn't take long for the internet to connect the dots, quickly zeroing in on Teyana and Iman.
Like, my healing chapter,
I was really excited about that.
a lot of wounds are being closed and aided at this point, and the wounds are being nurtured as well and closed up for good, you know. So I think for me, this is my chapter of healing.
The TikToker took things a step further by adding a surprising claim, alleging that the real reason this unidentified woman ended up hospitalized was because she partied too hard, reportedly overdosing on nose candy, leading her to cancel a scheduled performance. While the TikToker never directly mentioned Teyana or Iman, fans quickly connected the dots. Just a few months before the video surfaced, Teyana had posted a photo from a hospital bed, informing fans she had to cancel a show. In her message, she explained that after giving her all on stage for weeks, her body finally gave out and shut down, leaving her unable to perform. She shared how disappointed she felt, stating that she and her team tried everything up to the last second, but her body simply betrayed her. It's not unusual for artists to push themselves too hard and suffer exhaustion, especially when on tour, so fans initially accepted Teyana's version of events. However, once the TikTok video emerged, doubts spread quickly. Many began to speculate that Teyana's collapse might have been tied to stress from Iman's alleged infidelity. Teyana, however, didn't stay silent. She fired back on Instagram, calling out the situation as ridiculous. She called the person who submitted the story a fool and said the creator who acted it out was just as foolish, warning them to get their court money ready. Teyana demanded to see proof and receipts, making it clear no one could ever pressure her into overdosing. She went so far as to say she would deal with Iman herself before allowing anyone to push her to such an extreme. Now, to be fair, no one's claiming Teyana was flawless or that she never made mistakes, but one thing people universally acknowledge is how fiercely she protected Iman, their relationship, and their children. She was always ready to shut down gossip, defend him in public, and keep their private matters away from public scrutiny.
Spotlight.
I think that's the mix-up. You know what I'm saying? People hear it and think that is like a thing where it's like every day we just taking down. Like that's not that. It just be those times where like we just like if we on vacation, like our anniversary, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
No matter how hard she tried to keep their personal life private, things continued to explode in Teyana's face. Last year, another woman came forward and she didn't hold back. She dropped a video so clear that Iman's voice was unmistakable, leaving no room for doubt. But that wasn't all. She took it a step further by sharing a photo of herself confidently wearing Iman's personal chain around her neck, making it obvious they were definitely involved behind Teyana's back. Even with this undeniable proof, Teyana still jumped to Iman's defense. She quickly posted, explaining, "I'm only sharing this because the narratives are getting out of hand and it's unfair to everyone involved. I hope this clears things up for y'all." Despite this evidence, Iman couldn't talk his way out of the situation. Instead of owning up to his actions, he launched an attack, trying to paint Teyana as the aggressor. He claimed she would physically lash out whenever she got angry, even describing an alleged incident. "I was downstairs with my headphones on, playing on my PlayStation, and she started hitting me." He tried to flip the situation, accusing Teyana of always getting physical when arguments escalated. The nerve! Teyana, however, fired back, accusing Iman of being jealous of her success and feeling insecure about not being good enough for her, despite making far more money from basketball than she ever would in music. She explained that his envy over her spotlight led him to create unnecessary drama, picking fights, sometimes even on her birthday, before apologizing afterward. It seemed like insecurity mixed with narcissism. Eventually, Teyana opened up about the sacrifices she made to maintain peace at home. She revealed that she deliberately scaled back her career to create stability for their family, hoping it would ease tensions. However, this decision came at a heavy price. With fewer projects, Teyana's income took a hit, and that's when Iman flipped the script again. He criticized her for not making enough money after she had emotionally supported him for so long. She ended up getting dragged for supposedly not pulling her weight financially. It was truly a no-win situation. Teyana wasn't done, though. She accused Iman of being envious of her fame and insecure, despite him making far more money playing basketball than she could ever dream of earning in music. She said she did everything she could to hold things down, only to be met with more cruelty and selfishness from Iman. At one point, she even secretly filed for divorce, but Iman begged her to reconcile. As soon as she agreed, however, his behavior quickly turned back to the same old pattern. Iman continued to be inconsistent and lazy, quickly falling into another cheating scandal that left Teyana feeling embarrassed and humiliated all over again. She admitted to calling off the divorce at first, hoping they could work things out, but Iman's insecurities only intensified as his NBA career dwindled, leading to even more drama. He just couldn't handle seeing her succeed. In court documents, Teyana revealed how messy things had become, saying that Iman was constantly causing chaos and making her life miserable. Eventually, she had enough and officially filed for divorce, realizing things weren't improving. We could go on about how Iman kept pushing Teyana's buttons, making her life unnecessarily difficult, but you're probably already familiar with the story. The divorce was finalized and they both started moving on. Iman was seen with several women, but it was unclear if any of them were serious relationships. Teyana, on the other hand, made a major upgrade. She publicly stepped out with actor Aaron Pierre, and they weren't shy about it. They made it clear they were Hollywood's newest power couple, attending the 15% pledge event together, and just days later, they were at another event side by side. Forget being discreet. Teyana and Aaron were openly flaunting their relationship, like it was a full-on red carpet moment. And let's talk about that hug. You know the one. The hug that had everyone talking. It wasn't a casual, friendly hug. It was a full embrace, full of chemistry and love. If anyone still had doubts about whether they were an official couple, that passionate embrace made everything crystal clear. Fans are loving Teyana and Aaron's new romance, but her salty ex, Iman, clearly can't handle seeing her shine with someone else. He's so jealous that he's reportedly plotting to take the kids from Teyana out of spite. But let's be clear, that's wild, especially considering Teyana accused Iman of being an absentee father. She publicly called him out for not properly caring for their two daughters, claiming he was careless and irresponsible. Teyana revealed that Iman once had their young children, both under 8 years old, dropped off alone at the United Center in a city they didn't know, all while he enjoyed the luxury of a private driver. That's next-level irresponsibility. No wonder she called him out for being an absentee dad. Imagine leaving 2 little kids at an arena in an unfamiliar city with no one to watch over them. It's honestly insane. Despite all the drama, fans are still fully invested in Teyana and Aaron's relationship. Is Aaron looking good next to Teyana? Or are some people just bitter? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment. I'll catch you in the next video.